Today we'll be seeing how to use the useMemo hook. So basically the useMemo hook is used for improving the performance of the React application. So whenever you need to do some complex logic or any data transformation, which takes a bit of time, then we wrap those calculations using the useMemo hook. The advantage is it will basically cache those results of the calculation, and it will only be recalculated if there is any change in the dependency data or variable. So let's see an example how to do that. So as you can see, we have our app.js. Now at high level we'll be using a list of exam scores for each student, and we'll try to calculate the total score and average score, and based on some criteria we'll do some filtering and display that in the UI. So for this purpose we have created a separate file called examscores.js. If you see, we have a list of 5 students: student 1, student 2, student 3, student 4, student 5, with a list of scores for each student. So we'll take this as a sample test data, and we'll try to implement the logic for useMemo. So let's try to create a component. Let's say it's score component.js. So let's implement our required libraries. So we'll be using both the useState and useMemo. So we'll be importing that data file, exam scores. Now let's implement our logic for useMemo. Declare a constant for our component. So we'll be looping through the list of exam scores and calculate the total score and average score for each student. So let's do that. So for each student, getting the list of scores, and we'll be using the reduce function and calculate the total score. So ACC is nothing but an accumulator. It's usually used with the reduce function to calculate the total of any variable. let's calculate the average score for each student. So it's nothing but the total score which we have calculated divided by the length of this course, which is 3. Now let's define another constant called category, which is basically used to indicate if the student has passed with distinction or is just passed. So let's say we have a condition, if the average score is greater than 90, we just have a passed with distinction. This is basically a ternary operator, which is normally used in JavaScript, where we have two values, and based on the condition, one will be true. So the other value is passed. Now let's use the spread operator for returning the object. Basically, this JavaScript spread operator is used for returning the complete object. The idea is to retrieve the attributes of the student as well as the average score and category. So you can navigate all the fields. Now let's do some filtering. So we'll filter only those students whose average score is greater than 80. And we'll also be sorting the list of students based on the average score. So we need to add the dependency for the useMemo. So let's do that. So as you can see, we have used the exam scores variable. So whenever there's a change in the exam scores data, the useMemo will be triggered. Before that, let's assign that useMemo to a constant. Yeah, let's implement the return script. display the exam scores. Here we have to assign that useMemo to a variable. Let's do that. Let's say we declare a constant exam results. And we'll use this exam results in our return script. Let's loop through the exam results for each student. Basically, this exam results will have the data for each student. In addition, we'll be having the average score and the category for each student. Since we've used the spread operator, so we'll be getting those values. So let's display values for each student. We'll display the name of the student, and the average score. And the category, whether it is passed with distinction or it is just passed. We'll export this component. So this is how we have to implement the useMemo. So as you see, we are returning the student, average score, and the category. And let's go to app.js and import our score component. This component. So as you can see, so the use memo displays the average score and the category for each student. Let me open the developer tools. Now let's try to print the log and see how many times this use memo is triggered. So if I refresh the screen, if you see, the use memo is invoked only once, since there's no change in the data for exam scores. Now we can do one thing, we can change the data in the exam scores. We'll find out if the use memo is triggered again. So let's do that. Let's change some exam score for some student. We change some exam score and see if the use memo is getting triggered. So as you can see, use memo is called again since there's a change in the data. So if you again change the data, it will be triggered again. Yeah, so it's triggered again. So this is how use memo is implemented. So we can also trigger this use memo based on some event like button click or any other event for that matter. So hope you enjoyed this session. If you did enjoy, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be seeing you in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.